Hey guys and girls, and welcome back to Greatest Good Tarot. Hope you're doing well and keeping out of mischief. Now, before we get going into the proper reading and stuff like that, I would like to give praise and thanks and send love, much love and affection to the following people whom were lost in the mix. I mentioned this on yesterday's reading, which was a bit late. In the cool, my throat's going a bit. It was a bit late in the release, so there was a reading from yesterday, two in fact, one for the elites, one for mainstream, and it took 5 hours in the end to upload for some strange reason that video. I was actually able to upload the elite video at the same time and had it published. And it was still taking, it had like another 30-40 minutes left, I think it was off the top of my head, of the original video that was supposed to. I don't know what's going on. Technology is not my friend at the moment. However, so go back to that. I explain what's going on and stuff like that. Two updates, big updates, technology-wise. I would like to give praise and thanks and glorious much love and send affections and all that kind of stuff to the following people who were somehow lost on YouTube platform, who have kindly donated to this channel, and I have not given them the true praise that they deserve. Okay, so the first one, or the most recent one, is Andrew Macmum for £1. Thank you, buddy. Marie Birch, £4. Thank you, my darling. Grandor, £4 as well. Thank you so much indeed. And it was lost in the mix because I did forget to do it during a reading, and I mentioned it in the middle, and I wanted to include her here as well. Susan, who also donated £5. So thank you very much indeed. I don't know. It's complicated. I explained it yesterday. You may, if you haven't seen yesterday's one, you've got two videos to enjoy today. What more do you want, my dears? What more? So this is this reading is concerning Crowborough, with the asylum seekers potentially taking over or being stored in a army barracks kind of training centre type thing. And now it's going to judicial review. Now, as soon as it said judicial review, it was a ding-a-ling-a-ling for me. A ding-a-ling-a-ling, technical term, because we've been talking for quite some time about these whistleblowers, these King of Pentacles, who been coming out for quite some time, must be at least a week or two, concerning certain subjects and stuff, and exposing things and talking about things and stuff like that. Now, this feels as if this is one of them. This is not the only one. This is one of them. And I just wanted to kind of tap in to find out what's going on and stuff like that. So I hope you enjoy this and that kind of stuff. It's quite late. I can't, it's not that I can't sleep. It's just that, it's just one of those evenings where it's like, I'm going to do this before I go to bed. Yeah. So if I sound a bit tired, 'cause it's not really, I'm almost at the falling asleep stage. Not quite. And so for a rare occurrence, there is no coffee. I know, shocking. I know yeah, let's just breeze past that. try and ignore that point, and we'll go straight into the reading, shall we? So, Crowborough, what's going to go on with this judicial review for the greatest good for all concerned? Thank you. And can everybody please give praise in the comments down below if you see, because super thanks do appear in the comments down below. If you do see them, please send love and affection and comment and like give praise to these lovely people who are contributing to the channel. Super thanks and super chats and stickers. The stickers, I don't know what happens. It's a bit weird. I don't know. But if you do see them, please give praise, because they do get coloured a different thing in the comments. All right. Thank you. I appreciate that. Hangman. Death. Oh, this feels good. Hold on. A new way. Oh, bugger. Yeah, this is feeling like a 10 of pen. Oh, actually, this might be good. This feels a bit off though, but it might be good. So the Hangman, this feels like Home Office again, caught up in their own BS. Where they'll be, you know, like previously in Epping, they will be on the record for saying that the human rights of the asylum seekers outweigh the human rights of the local people and stuff like that. Okay? Stuff like that. Caught up. They've got to find a way out of this somehow. Death card feels as if it is a full stop of some description, but it doesn't feel like a full throw out. It feels like a technicality here because we've got the Ace of Wands. That light bulb moment, that aha moment. At the moment, this is all kind of Home Office-y, government-y energy about this. 10 of Pentacles does feel off, though. So it's either, at the moment, it's either going to be kind of going elsewhere and sharing the asylum seekers in places elsewhere, or it is a kind of a win, happy day for the local community, but it still feels off. All these three are definitely Home Office. This it's a bit fuzzy. So, searching for ideas, Page of Swords, kind of shooting the breeze, kind of coming up with ideas. It's not the Page of Wands, though, which would be my Googling card, researching ideas, getting data, that kind of thing. This is more kind of, it feels as if it's like throwing like crap against a wall and seeing what sticks, to be honest with you. Strength card, trying to control the situation. And now the determination. Okay. Doubling down. Okay, I'm a bit more hopeful about this, but with the Chariot right there. So we're still, this here is still very much the Home Office dominating the reading right now. Strength card, trying to control the situation, control the, you know, what's happening, that kind of thing. It's not the local community. Victor, balls. But it continues on putting passion in, and Two of Cups coming to an agreement. Well, Three of... Ooh. There's a technicality here. I think with the Six of Wands here, the Home Office get their way again, like a child tantruming. Got that sort of energy to it, kind of like temper tantrum, kind of throwing everything that sticks to it to try and control the situation. You know, that we've talked about that. Two of Cups doesn't feel like, so like all that there is the Home Office. Okay, this strip here is the community. It's the certain representatives of the council. It's certain like the local MPs, maybe, that kind of thing. I know one has talked up about it, but there's definitely like a doubling down, putting more action in, more kind of protests, that kind of thing. Starry Starmer. Okay. So even it's a shame. It's a shame. But I think if we go to the so I'm just moving cards around so that I can get to some get the gossip, the inside info, and then an outcome at the end. But it seems as if I'm surprised, like, pulling it apart. The five, this feels more like a Five of Swords energy, a hollow victory, a short-term victory. It doesn't feel like a victory, if you get me, like a doubling down kind of thing. exposes, like, there's data that there's exposed similar to Epping. There's more kind of, it doesn't feel like a stable victory. It doesn't feel like a one that's going to really help their cause, shall we say, especially with the Knight of Wands, which is kind of that obviously quick mover, galloping involvement, kind of leveling up in their not, I was going to say rhetoric there, but their cause. Two of Cups, we've established that more people clubbing together. Yeah, it does feel as if this win ain't going to last long. It really does feel like one of the main characteristics of this government, let's be honest, and like everyone around them, it seems, is just a short-term win. That's all they're worried about, is the short term, not the long term, what this really means, what this is really going. It does seem very odd, though, if you noticed, that no one's talking about smashing any gangs at any point. In fact, they haven't smashed one gang. 18 months and they still haven't smashed one. Just an observation. So let's find out here about, let's have this one here, about one more, it feels like. If you're new here, we're normally a bit more happier and bouncier than this, but like I said, I'm a little bit tired and that kind of thing. Late night. However, if you go and browse some more of the videos here on the channel, and then maybe possibly kind of like subscribe and ding-a-ling the bell if you enjoy our sense of humor and silliness and sausages and stuff like that. Please comment and suggest future readings down below. It is a bit slow at the moment, so you can definitely get possibly get your question answered if you put it down right now, and that's where also you can upvote other people's suggestions and like within the village to so I know what people want to talk about. And please thummy like and hype if you get the option as well, because it genuinely helps out the channel so much. It's unbelievable. It's just phenomenal. And thank you to the hundreds of people that do it every single video. It is genuinely like a blessing. Thank you very much indeed. Right. Royal family, keeping control. Doesn't feel like Charlie Boy. Doesn't feel like Wheels. That feels like it's almost like an arrogant kind of holier than thou kind of energy that we've been getting for a little while for Labour. So it's like trying to keep their, their position is probably the best way to describe it. Death card, assistance needed. Oh dear, yeah. So they're trapped. It's kind of full stop, but then they're desperate. Bring in like the heavy, legal teams and all that kind of stuff. An absurd amount of money is going to be spent on this. Just feel it in the air. I know this is the only real pentacles here, but it's just like feels like Ace of Wands, social media bombardment. So they've got an idea to get away with this, throw as much as mud to the wall as possible, but like social media, the pressure is on. Change is coming. Ten of Pentacles, like I said, it feels like there is a change there, but I don't know who's really happy with it. It feels very vague in its approach. It doesn't answer the fundamentals of the problems here. Page of Swords, evidence of scandal. That's what I'm talking about. Talking about able to repeat what was in like court of what the Home Office under Yvette Cooper said, or Mrs. Bulls, if you want to go. What she said, and her representatives basically saying, like I was able to quote again, the asylum seekers' human rights outweigh your rights and my rights and everybody else's rights. Evidence of scandal. Something to look forward to when this happens. Strength card. Success. Controlling the situation for them. See what I mean? Pushing it through. Kind of outweighing the situation. Bullying the situation. Bullying their way in. Chariot. Oh, mosquito. The irritants. The irritation of it is doubling down. People are just like, we're paying for you and you're telling us to shut up kind of energy. This feels like it's growing. The irritant in the community is building. It's just not gonna back down. Same with Epping. Exactly the same. Exactly the same. 6 of Wands. Planned outcome, isn't it just? So even though they've exposed themselves, like I said, there is no win. They control the situation, success, planned outcome. They get kind of what they want, but it's not clean. It's not a clean win. They expose themselves too much as this goes on. This has got the energy of it as what's being. I've already said it multiple times. I'm sorry, but even though they get this hollow victory exposed, the bullying techniques, bombardment by the population on social media and stuff like that, they can't contain it. They're making it worse. Knight of Wands, the big shitter. Heavy hitters coming in. Heavy hitter. It feels as if, and this is a weird image that is coming through, but it is from our favourite Clarkson's farm, where he's trying to get planning permission for something. I can't remember which one it is. It's the one that he's going to. He actually goes to the meeting. I think it's for the expansion of the shop and get car parking space and that kind of thing. And one of the villagers employ kind of like a barrister or lawyer from London at exorbitant expense, and the bloke comes in from miles away, 2 hours drive, whatever, to then read his report. It's got every possible crap in it. It's got that sort of energy in it. Definitely some big hitters coming in. Hold on, let me just tap into these a little bit. They all seem to be on the up and up. It doesn't. I was worried. That's why I was tapping in. I was worried that they would be doing it for the wrong reasons. Trying to get some sort of trying to get some brownie points, turning up to, stir the pot to get some sort of cred or something. But no, these feel like genuine additional people coming in. 2 of Cups, disappointing outcome. Yeah. Overarching energy, military plane, this bombardment again. All for money. That's the real one to come. That's the real one. Don't you know it? It's interesting, all this side, the assistance, help and that kind of stuff, they're all getting paid to prevent the will of the people. Yeah, let's boil it straight down. To prevent, to bully, to bombard against the will of the people. And so they're all getting paid an exorbitant amount of money and all that kind of stuff, and craziness ensuing. These are just the people. And they're teaming up. Yes, it's a disappointing outcome, but the exposure here. Once again, I'm seeing the Sun card, which, yes, can be happy, happy, joy, joy, but it's more kind of the floodlight, exposing the... sunlight is the best disinfectant kind of thing. It's like exposing the corruption almost, not in the legal sense, but just in the back, like scratching each other's back and that kind of thing happening here. Yeah. But with the money, especially, there is some sort of contract that's already been signed. It feels like, like a particular firm is doing it. This is probably not them at all. It's just like security firm or something or other. Like who are the like they're like, and they're probably not, but it's like G4S or Securicor or something like someone like a company's already signed the contract, and it's easier to bully this lot than doing this. But the changes are coming. The changes are coming. So let's have a butcher's at this here. Let's have a butcher's at this here. Doo-ba-doo-ba-doo. So the outcome. This is this feels very close cut. This is why I was thinking it was going to be able to be done before I go to beddy buys this evening. Looking at the time that we've already spent on this, it's quite. There's no kind of deep dives we have to go on, or explaining myself, or explaining the energy that's around it, kind of thing. It's quite to the point. I wish more were like this, but we're getting there. We're going on. Two more. Okay. One, and now they're ready. And just a reminder for the new boys and girls, the only reason I do the shuffling and it's all raw and there's no edits or anything like that is that you know that there is no way for me to manipulate the deck, kind of make the cards in a different place, that kind of thing. Yeah? So, taking a leap of faith. This keeps coming up as the same thing. Was it the third day running now? Fourth day running now? Two of wands, where it's like the international law against the local law, the ECHR, the UN, especially with Chagos that we've been talking about recently. The UN have now said, excuse me, what are you doing? And it's put a real spanner in the works for the Chagos deal. But it's this kind of energy with Labour. The leap of faith, the Fool card, feels very much like the big city and the Knight of Wands and stuff like that. This passion, this kind of galloping ahead anyway, doing more protests, more kind of I don't want to say uprising, but kind of clearly communicating their thoughts on the matter. Yeah. It's not going to stop them. It's just a new cycle, a new start, taking the leap of faith to continue this pressure, especially about whatever is exposed with the evidence of scandal. Social media, watching the ships coming in. So Labour is like between a rock and a hard place, basically, here with the Two of Wands. But then, the ships coming in, they're losing even more. They're exposing themselves. Nothing, like even Kimmy was saying today for me, yesterday for you, about the Prime Minister's questions. Like, everything is getting worse. Every possible, like, calling out the lies in the fact that she's now even answering the questions that she's given to the Prime Minister because he won't answer anything. And he lies constantly. They're going to reap what they sow, kind of energy. Yeah, watching the ships coming in, not going very well. Not going very well. Page of Pentacles, more bribery. That's all they know. It's all they know is that more trinkets, more things, but which you're already paying for. Do you see what I mean? It's like your taxes are paying to the bribery that you're being, or the new shiny things, But we could do that. No, we want it stopped, kind of thing. Oh, but you could get more, No, we don't want that. Truth, Ace of Swords. It's interesting that it's slap bang on the evidence of scandal as well, isn't it? So taking the leap of faith, this is in bold, like, even though it's disappointing, that's what I'm on about, is there's two sides to this. That because of the stupidity of how it's approached in court, where it's on record, and then you're going to have the usual suspects on all the panel shows, and they're flapping faces. Oh, they had to do this thing, and excuse. Please vote Lib Dem, please vote Labour, please vote Green, blah blah blah. But that's why we've got this leap of faith. That's why we've got the big city involved. The connections. We've got the Knight of Wands here. They can't, the determination of controlling the situation has truly exposed the whole BS of the situation. Not just here, but Epping as well. It all kind of ties up to Dis, I think it is as well, in a hotel there, and Cromer, allegedly. I never really knew what happened there. It was announced or talked about and it disappeared. It's that kind of thing. Putting the work in. Star card, divinely guided. Notice here, the truth of the matter is exposed. I know I keep mentioning this, but it's just like, it's not even a silver lining. The truth of the matter is exposed. Yeah, you're having, what was it? A third of asylum seekers have disappeared or something. That was on one of the newspapers yesterday or something, front pages. But yesterday for me, no, yesterday for you, today for me. See what I mean? It's just like, but it's the same thing again. It's like the truth is exposed. Now we can work on this truth. But they're like between a rock and a hard place. They're doomed if they do, doomed if they don't. And it's better to keep to treaties, international treaties and human rights treaties, than respect the people that are paying your wages, basically, and paying for the whole shebang. Three of Wands, reviewing the situation. It's divinely guided. It's divinely guided. More people coming together, more clubbing together, more people putting the work in, more people standing up, more people the scales from the eyes thing that I keep on talking about. More people are waking up, getting so annoyed, getting to their own personal level of dealing with crap, and now are joining. Yeah? Star card, divinely guided. This is meant to be. Planned outcome, justice. Real justice. Big city, Hierophant. Flipping heck. Wow. The power couple. I know the Hierophant is technically the power couple to the High Priestess and all that kind of stuff, but we've pretty much got the double whammy here. The Justice card and the Hierophant, both in their thrones, both law and order and the organized religion, or law and order and rules and regulations and things like that. But when I put it down, it's a moral argument, an ethical argument. It's like, especially with the Star card as well, it's like, it's interesting that the Hierophant went down as the High Priestess kind of energy, where they're doomed both ways. Cause and effect, putting more work, people putting work in now, you and me putting more work in. Pressure building. Last card. Light bulb moment. Aha moment. Wow. Hawk lady. Very lovely indeed. 9 of Pentacles here. Very, very beautiful. This is the Eden that we want to build. Yeah? Isn't it interesting? Isn't it interesting that the reading has flipped at this point as the outcome? The only two, hold on, let me just double check and make sure that I'm correct. Yes, the only two cards that are government, bureaucratic, compensating for something in particular, I couldn't possibly know what, are these two cards. Yeah? Caught between a rock and a hard place. Reviewing the situation. Oh crap, oh crap, oh crap. No, sorry, three cards. And then the Page of Pentacles, trinkets, trying to buy people off. Yeah? All of the rest are pretty much you and me, the response to it. Taking a leap of faith, new beginnings, starting again. Truth is coming out, exposed, putting the work in, even based on this new truth. Star card, divinely guided. It has to be this way. Justice, Hierophant, pretty much the identical cards from the different points of view. Yeah? One is spirituality, religion, that kind of thing. People are waking up. More people are waking up. The scales from their eyes, leaning into their faith, leaning into the yeah? Justice, cause and effect in the real world and the spiritual world. Be it organized religions or not, You know my thoughts on that if you've been here long enough. And then the Hierophant, it doesn't bother me, just as long as you get there. The destination's the important thing, yeah? And then the Ace of Wands at the bottom here, the light bulb moment, the aha moment. You've got all the skills to build this now. Trapped. I'll just put that kind of up there for them. So this is what I'm on about with this hollow victory. Yes, it's BS. Yes, jumping through hoops. Yes, outmanned, outnumbered, resourced, outfunded, all of it. To control, to manipulate, to get the, like a tantruming child. But in doing so, they have sealed their fate. They've sealed this here with the Justice card. They've sealed this with the Hierophant, waking more people up, leaning into faith, leaning into what they want to manifest here with the Nine of Cups. Yeah? Well, not the Nine of Cups, I'm so sorry, the Nine of Pentacles. But it's all Nine of Cups, wish coming true. Yeah? So we're there. We're getting there. We're like, this is nice. This is nice, especially coupled with the reading that we did yesterday for you. That was released late because it, like I said, it took 5 hours to upload, which is unheard of. Coupled to that, where they're trapped, they're this, they're that, they don't know what to do. Labour, Lib Dems, Greens, blah blah blah, desperately trying to attack. It's interesting that I had I thinking this was like the King of Pentacles, and the lad hasn't turned up. The Page of Pentacles has turned up, but the where's the King, my dears? Where's the King? So isn't it fascinating that the real Three of Pentacles here, this new foundation, this working together, this building up and that kind of thing is all here, putting the work in, divinely guided, following your intuition, following your downloads, following your... does it mean calling more people? And remember, it doesn't matter if they're spiritual or not, they're still going to get the call. Some people will call it, like if they're kind of very sciencey about it, they'll say it's a kind of a gut feeling. They've got that kind of, that's intuition, that's a download, that's a God, spirit, universe, divinely guided, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, it's just their understanding of it. Yeah, they're going to get the call, especially with the Star card and the Ace of Wands. It's good. Pathway. Walking to the Garden of Eden, to be honest, that's, in the right direction. The North Star, divinely guided, heading in the right direction. Oh, chef kiss. Mwah. I don't know if we need to do any more. Do we need to? Expectation, isn't it just? Occupation. I'm just doing my job. Working people, breakfast club. I'm just doing my job. There's some choice words I could say about that, but there we go. Thoughts about the situation and labour with the I keep seeing that with the rose, her holding the rose, the main female. They're not doing their job. They're in bad health. They're basically false people. There we go, coming out again and again and again for them. So They're liars. They're manipulators. They're abusing their powers, in my humble opinion, by overfunding, over-resourcing to bully their way through, as we've established here. But by doing so, as I said, the truth is coming out. Evidence of scandals, more truth, more based on that, more work is happening, and people called to the cause. And basically, they're both realizing here. It doesn't matter if you're on the left or the right of Labour or Lib Dems or whatever, blah blah blah. The thoughts they can see. Look how he's looking towards the pathway. He's like, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap. Expectations. She's looking at the pathway because divinely guided. Because what they're doing is, the best way to describe it is unnatural. And what I mean by that specifically, and it's not kind of a broad strokes thing, it's unnatural. It's going against the grain. It's going against people's will. It's going against what people are trying to manifest. It's going against divinely guided. It's you know, that's what I mean. So this here, and the false person, and the like virtue signaling of the main female there, and obviously the false person that we've got as well. All of that is basically symbols of, I haven't said it for at least 24 hours, Pluto in Aquarius. I've just said it. There we go. I've got it out of my system. I've got it out of my system. Where we're going into freedoms. We're going into, and we are in, since November last year. We're now in it, baby. We're now moving to, for the next 20 years. It's all about reset. It's basically the reset of power to the little guys. Local, small businesses, small governments, smaller institutions, if they even exist, that kind of thing. And less of this big government, big tech, big organizations, centralized, more like control. That's why that's stopped. That's why they're stuck. This is why I'm trying to at least support you guys, girls, at the moment. It's like, we're seeing karma happening like in real time. They can't get anything through Parliament. What they do get through Parliament, it's stopped. Like the Chagos thing, it's stopped in the Lords, it's stopped at the UN level. You know what I mean? It's like it's stopped multiple times where they have to withdraw the proposal legislation from the Lords because they're blocking it and asking for basic human rights to be involved. And the same with the UN, exactly the same thing. So they're screwing over on the international laws, which I think you'll find they seem to want more than local laws. Rock and a hard place. And so they're absolutely buggered. Yeah? The end of life thing, that hasn't got very far, has it? Yes, all right, it got through a couple of hoops, but it's stuck. It can't move. It's not going anywhere. You see what I'm saying? We're having these worries, we're having these concerns and all that kind of stuff, but because it's against, it's unnatural, it's not in the zone energetically, it's all being stopped. This infighting and bickering between Labour, they're falling apart. It's because they're working against what is natural. Yeah? We're watching it in real time. Okay? And it's great that Kemi's getting a few bonus points and finally finding her voice, which is about bloody time, love. But I mean, it's beautiful, but that's by the by. Just watch. Like I know this evening there's so many kind of like Sultana woman of the Fruit and Nut Party. She's talking about how fascist and how racist it is that left, right, and centre, calling out Labour concerning what's going on with or lack of going on in the grooming inquiry. Even the usual culprits of Owen Jones calling it out, like WTF and all that kind of stuff on Twitter. It's like you're exposing yourself, lads and ladies. You're showing yourself. Even that Zach Titty Whisperer is calling it out. They're exposing themselves. They expose, like, it's all falling apart. So that's why it's like, we've got this. Double down on faith. However it is for you, double it down, right? Lean into. That's why I haven't mentioned it forever, but it's like, that's why 24/7. If you ever need a moment to have a meditation beat and it's contemporary music, it's not kind of thing. Just breathe along to the beat. I've tried to make it as easy as possible for anyone at any level to meditate along. That's why we have a live feed, a live stream on this channel for meditation. Okay, you can do it in your lunch break. You can do it, at the end of the day when you got home, just to like relax for 10-15 minutes or whatever you want to do along with it, just to rest and empty your mind and just release and all that kind of stuff. All right, we've got this. We've got this. It's happening. Yeah, they're being stubborn. I was going to say, can we say mofos? I think we can. I think that's okay. I'm just looking at my legal team. Oh, can we say mofos? But it's happening. Yeah, it's good. And that's why we, like, just to remind you, lean into that journaling, lean into that grounding, which is worked beautifully. If you've got an internet connection, you can listen to the live stream anytime, 24/7. It's right there. And just kind of sort your beat, sort your moment, and then you can get back into the world and do sexy. Yeah. Right. Enough of that. Enough upselling. It's totally free and there's no ads on it. So you just enjoy it. Yeah. However, until next time where we do this crazy shenanigans all over again, take care. Look after yourself. Be well. And thank you for your company. I'll speak to you soon. See you later. Ta-ra.